This is an EEG machine. Now I can use it on myself like this, and it monitors the frequencies of my brain. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on, because right now it's off. I'm going to turn it on, and we're going to see here, that I'm in a pretty waking state of consciousness. You can see the outer frequencies here going. This is the upper frequencies. These are the lower frequencies. This is actually a graph of the intensity. So the higher the amplitude represents those colors. So this color up here is very high amplitude. And as you can see, there's conscious, there's subconscious activity going on as I'm talking to you. So I'm not hypnotized, I'm very conscious, I'm very aware of what's going on, but I've been able to practice with this device to be able to lower my frequencies. So when I practice self-hypnosis, I can actually, at that point when I feel that I'm in that state, I can open my eyes and look at the monitor to validate the level of hypnosis or suggestibility or receptibility that I'm in, so I can give myself my own positive mental messages. Let's face it, each and every time we give ourselves a positive suggestion, if we can have that passageway to the subconscious, we're going to reinforce the positive changes in our life. If we can't activate that level and we stay too conscious, even when we're practicing self-hypnosis, we're really not hypnotizing ourselves because the suggestions are still staying on the conscious level. So this is an EEG graph. And EEG's been around quite a bit. It's been used in medical procedures for doctors, neurologists. People have been using it for years, but no one has actually realized that in our field of hypnotism and hypnotherapy, that EEG is really the tool for us to really see how receptive a client is. If I looked at this right now, I would interpret that this person that I'm going to hypnotize at this point is not in a suggestible state right now. They're completely conscious. In other words, this is really this would show me that the person is wide awake. They're in a state of beta. Because I'm seeing, number one, amplitude in all of the frequencies. Once I see the diminishing of these upper frequencies, the amplitude dropping, then I know the person is starting to receive. See, as a therapist, what we want to do is turn the transmitter into a receiver. So when you're giving those mental messages or positive suggestions, the person isn't just thinking thoughts and not accepting it, it's almost blocking it, but you want it to be absorbed just as a sponge absorbs water. So the lower the frequencies, the lower the amplitude, the less resistance. And remember, amplitude is the volume level of each emotion. Some people might feel sad, right? Some people might feel sad to the point where they're crying and they feel terrible. That's an increase of that emotion of sadness. Every habit is linked to an emotion. And all emotions and all habits are founded, their foundation is in that subconscious mind. So the mind is a computer. The more you become aware of an emotion coming up, the more you can let it go. Because you are not your mind. You are the person, the spirit behind the mind. Remember, the brain is an organ. The mind is actually the part that operates our entire body. That is the hard drive. And just think of the heart as like the battery in a car. So what we want to do is we want to teach you EEG hypnosis so you can understand it. We're going to practice on this. But again, when I turn this on, you're going to see, there's a lot of conscious activity going on. I'm wide awake. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of put myself into a kind of a hypnotic state, because I have to do a lot of real power naps. In 5 minutes I'll restore with 6-7 hours of sleep, because I'm able to do that, to revitalize myself. That's why I don't run myself down. That's why I'm able to do what I do and have a clear mind. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so you see I'm wide awake. We're going to start right now, and we're going to start to lower these frequencies right now. Notice the change?